Hello, good morning. How is everyone? Thank you so much for joining me here at Tuesday morning craft and chat with Susie. Um, I just said a whole bunch of stuff and realized I had not even pressed the go live button, so I was just talking to nobody. But anyway, let me see if I can remember everything that I said. Y'all say hey as you're coming in. First of all, I have been a little MIA here between February's just been really busy for me between the Iron Orchid Designs release, having a new grandbaby, all the life things. I just have not had the time to go live on Tuesday mornings. So I'm very happy to be back here. I am here. I'm very happy to be here, but I'm also a little ill prepared because I really don't know exactly what we're doing today. I do know that between all of that, I also didn't have a chance to work with the new recycled papers that much. I did one project, I think. Um, but I really wanted to dive into this one. This is called Scrappy Masterboard, and it's great. I love it. It's got all the birds and just all kinds of things that you don't even notice. Hello, Alita from Texas. Thank you so much for coming. Hey, Mom. All right, so I've got this paper. I also pulled some stuff from my wood pile. I thought I could make a tag or two. And I'm feeling a little grungy. So I've got some wood tags. I've got some dark wax. I pulled some charms and some keys and just some other grungy things. And I went to the antique store Sunday and I found this really cool old glass jar. I don't think it's super old, but I like the cloudiness on it. Looks like it's been in the dirt somewhere. Hey, Brenda, how are you? So you're coming Thursday, huh? What is today? Tuesday? Okay. All right. I have this glass jar. I've got a mason jar. I do have some amber jars here, but I don't know if I'm going to do anything with those. So there's where we're at, and there's what we have. And let's see what we can do. So what y'all been up to? I do have my iced coffee. That is a Tuesday morning craft and chat staple. Gotta have it every time. Who am I kidding? It's probably not just Tuesdays. I try to limit myself to 2 to 3 iced coffees a week. I will be here with bells on. And I think, except for the rabbits, I think I have all the new IOD in stock currently. All right, I'm going to get started painting some of these wood blanks and then wrap my head around on what pieces I want to use on these jars. All right, let's do some blockage. Okay. Always with the live blockage. Hello, hello. How is everyone? I'm just going to start painting these tags. I've got cashmere here, fusion cashmere. Just a light off-white. I really don't think I would even need to paint these. The natural wood is so dark. I mean light. Hey, Carrie from Australia. Thank you so much. 1:30 a.m. Not sleeping, huh? Hey, Susan from Texas. Thank you for coming. I am blocking users left and right. Trying to. Oh, wait. Okay. I did not mean to show that. How do I do that away? There we go. Y'all don't want to see all that. Or do you? I'm sure you can see it on the side. All right, what's y'all up to today? I'm just going to paint one of these because they don't need to be painted. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, let's paint one of these as well. Actually, I don't think I need to. Like I said, not super prepared this morning. Where's my wipes? There they are. All right, let's take a look at this paper. Let me just look at it and then I'll cut some chunks off. That's so pretty. Actually, I think I'm going to tear. Oh, there we go. Really like this bird. So I think I'm going to put a piece of this, a good chunk of this. So this is a crafting channel. That I might figure that out, Brenda. But I don't want, I want to have new followers too, so. I'm just going to try not to get distracted. All right, let's see. So I'm going to just use the wet paintbrush here, if I can get it wet with this, to, let's see. We want the bird. And some of that label. Block. Okay. So I just wet it, and now I'm going to tear where I wet it. I didn't want to cover the whole jar, but I just love this bird and this label. I'll do. Okay. Yeah, that'll look good. And then I'll ink around the edges good. Do I want to paint the back of this, or do I want it to look more transparent? I think I want to look more transparent. Hey, Tacy from West Virginia, Country Girl Grandma, hello from Oklahoma. I'm so glad y'all are here today. I'm going to use a little Fusion Decoupage and Transfer Gel. Going through my dirty brushes, trying to find something that don't have much on it. Thank you, Brenda. Okay, I'm just going to stick this on here so I can be letting it dry. Hello, Jill from South Louisiana. So I put this on here, and I've also got a mason jar. We might as well get something on too. Might do a couple of different things on it. Do we want another bird? Do so I'm going to do like 2 pieces on this. Just some grungy floral and some other kind of ephemera here. I haven't done anything really like this. I need to come up with something I really like to do with mason jars and clear jars. And also, I combined a bunch of my medications, and I have a bunch of those big peel jars that I need to come up with some kind of craft to do because they're just too good to throw away, all of them. I had like 3. Oh, I don't want to tear off that number. I'll stick it back on there somewhere. This transfer gel dries clear, so it'll be fine on these jars. I'm just tearing out this number because that's cute. Maybe I should ink it before I put it on there. It's fine. All right, there's that one. Like I said, I'm feeling super grungy today. And there's that one. Let me do a couple of these now. Thank you so much, Brenda. Yes, y'all give me a thumbs up. I go live every Tuesday morning and just do a simple little craft. And I have, if you're new here, I have a edited video every Wednesday night, usually thrift store makeovers, something like that. Be sure you're following me on YouTube and Facebook. Just so many interesting things if you really look close at this masterboard. So my plan, I've got some, like I said, I got some charms and some grungy little hooks and some keys. My plan is to put some of this stuff hanging, dangling with the tags and stuff. So hopefully I can get that done during this live. Let's see. I figured out why I love to decoupage so much, because I'm such a paper lover. If you guys are paper lovers too, I also have another channel called Susie Scraps where I do paper crafting and junk journaling. I also have some of these teeny tiny tags. Maybe a butterfly. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Carrie. The one where I did it out of my junk drawer. That was so fun. I wish I could be doing that right now, but it's very unstructured. It's like just sitting here fiddling with things a lot, which is kind of what I'm doing right now anyway. But it was very fun. And I still have so much in that drawer. Hey, Genevieve. How are you? You know, I have this little blue jar here too. I think that would look really good with those. So I'll put something on it. I'm going to make a little jar vignette here, I guess. I'm going to do 2 of these tags. I'm not being very careful with this paper, but that's okay. With it being a masterboard, you can just piece right over it. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, my junk drawer is crazy. I'm going to have to use a heat gun to get all of this decoupage dry. I'm going to do one more little tag and the blue jar, and then we'll kind of piddle with some other stuff. Hey, Paulette. Thank you. All right, the blue jar. Would that be too much blue on that blue jar? I don't think so. All right, I'm going to actually cut this label out. This paper is so cool. I hate to cut it out because there's a really cool, like, safety pin, too. But thank you, Kiki. Yes, my paper crafting channel. It's not monetized. All right, so I'm going to put this little blue label on this blue jar, but first I am going to paint the back of this one because I don't want so much blue coming through. There's my paintbrush. So I'm just going to put a layer of the cashmere on the back of this label real quick. It won't take it long to dry. Of course, I got some paint on it. That's what you have to be careful about, and I wasn't. That's okay since we're doing a masterboard. Forgot to put an apron on, but I am not painting a lot today, so maybe I will not ruin my shirt. Grab me a dirty apron just in case. All right, let me use this heat gun just a minute to get some of this decoupage paper dry so we can sand it off. Got a bunch of wrinkles. That's okay. We're going for grungy. Wrinkles are fine. I got me a quieter little heat gun. I actually thrifted it in a bag of craft stuff. I could have just glued these down with a glue stick, to be honest, except for on the glass. That's going to be dry enough to put on there. So I got a little paint on it, but that actually kind of looks pretty cool. I will get back in the groove of this live crafting. I haven't done it in a long time, so I'm a little rusty. That's going to look good. I wiped off the excess transfer gel just because I don't want the blue to look cloudy. That's how that's looking. I love this jar. It may be a whiskey jar. I like the flat front on it. A mold would look good on there too. I know the label on the blue, they're going to look really good together. Ooh, especially since this is like a blue bird. Oh, very good. I can't wait to take a picture. And we're not even close to being done yet. All right, those are still drying a little bit. So, got out a piece of cloth that I can rip, or we can use, I thought I got some twine out too. Oh yeah, or we can use twine, or we can do a mixture of both. So I'm just going to rip a couple of strips of this for tying on them. Oh, you know what else? I also got some of these out, but I don't think I'm going to include them. These are paper beads, actually made from strips of paper rolled up. Although that does look kind of cool. Maybe we'll pick a couple out. There's a blue one. Maybe I can put the twine through there. Just a couple. I'm not going overboard. Okay, got a bulb pen. I had 2 bulb pens. I'll do the other one. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Hey, Janie. All right, I'm just going to get a couple of keys out. What's his dream? I got these in a big pack on Amazon, and I'll never use all of them, even though I do use a good bit of charms from time to time. I know I got 2 of these out. All right, things are still drying. I'm going to give them another minute. There's the blue jar. I already showed y'all that. I don't know that I'll do a lot else. Hey, Del Marie, I'm glad you got those. I used to watch all my shipments when I sent them out, but it's got to where there's so many now. I don't watch them. I just pay attention to my emails to see if somebody didn't get anything. There's that. I'm using Scrappy Masterboard today, which is a new recycled decoupage paper. And I've just done some wooden tags, which they're still drying, and some glass jars. And we're going to do some combining. And I've got some dark wax here for when we're done to make them look all good and grungy. Let's see. And I got 2 of something out, and now I can't find the other. So we might just get one done. I got some of these too. That would be fun to hang something from. I'll just have to figure out how they work. Apparently that doesn't open. All right, let me get some sandpaper. I think these are dry enough to sand the excess off of. Easy peasy. To find that hole again in a minute. That is true. That is true. Thank goodness I'm still in business. A cute little butterfly. I'm having a Whatnot show Saturday. Actually, 2 of them. If y'all want to join me over there, when I get done here, I'll put a link to Whatnot for a $15 credit if you're new there. I am in the February Zero to Hero raid train, which is where we take one item less than $5 and upcycle it, and it's a contest. So like whoever item goes for the most wins. And I've done something really interesting for this month. That's at 3, I think, 3 o'clock on Saturday. And it's only like a 10-minute show, and we only auction off the one item. So it's fun. And then I am in Sonnet's raid train at 3:30. And that one's hen and hare. So it's all going to be rabbits and chickens and probably some birds, some nests, all things spring related. And I've got to get some items added in there today. That's one of my goals for today. So y'all make sure you're following me on Whatnot and come hang out with me there. This one's not quite dry, but it's coming. There we go. I'm going to save all these little pieces for my junk journaling. Okay, now. I'm sorry, I'm not prepared. I keep having to get up. Yeah, just don't think about everything you're going to need over here, you know? So I'm going to ink these edges to get all that white off. Grungy these up a good bit. Thank you, Brenda. See you later. Take care of those donkeys. Okay. I got this out so I can get an awl to repoke these holes. the first. It's a teeny tiny hole. I also have some waxed thread in here, which I think might be good too for putting these beads through. I'm just crafting away here, not paying any attention to what's going on. That looks cool. I need one more, I think. What do I do with that bag of beads? Come on. Come on. There it is. All right. I did a little key charm. And we'll put, let's see, what tag do we want to use on this? A little one? I think maybe with the charm, a small one would be good. So let's get another piece of the, let's do some twine. Hey y'all, I see new people coming in. Thank y'all for coming. We are doing some clear jars, just playing around with some different things. Let's see. Oh my. I don't like that. We do that too at home. We have a wood stove. My husband hates to pay the gas company. I know you're just trying to troll, but for real, I do we do like to use the wood heat. I think I'm going to need one more charm on this one. I'll show y'all what I'm doing here. Well, I live on a farm, so maybe a couple more beads. Maybe a different type of bead or a charm. We'll do a couple more charms. Wood heat is so cozy. We have it in our basement. But it heats the whole upstairs too. We do have a propane heater, you know, for backup or if we don't have any wood, but we also have a lot of wood, so. This is quite fiddly work, and I could probably do better if I had some tools, but I'm too lazy to get up and go get my pliers, so I'm getting it. There we go. All right, maybe I'll call this one done. Don't know if I like the bow. Let's do this instead. Almost done. Then I'm going to show you guys, and then I'm going to finish the rest off camera and style them up together in a cute little apothecary vignette. Yeah, I definitely think I could do better putting this all on here. All right. So here's our jar. There's a little wood tag. I've got a key charm, a lock charm, and another little wish charm, and some of those beads. And I put a blue one on there to tie in with this when I style them all together. So I'm going to get off here, guys. It's 10 minutes till 10. Thank you so much for joining me today with Craft and Chat, and I hope to see you back here next Tuesday. Sorry for being a little boring today. Like I said, I'm a little out of practice as I haven't been here in several weeks. So I hope y'all have a great Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow night on YouTube with a fun thrift store makeover video. Y'all have a great day. Thank you for joining.